Jai Hind students, today we are continuing the lesson quadrilaterals. Dear students, in the previous class we studied about different types of quadrilaterals. What is a quadrilateral? What are the different types of quadrilaterals? Angle sum property of a quadrilateral, and what are the different properties of different types of quadrilaterals like parallelogram, square, rectangle, rhombus, kite, everything we discussed in the previous video. So using all that properties, all that results what we discussed in the previous video, and using the theorems what we discussed, we are going to see some problems from your exercise. So this is the exercise 8.1, the question number 1 here. The angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all the angles of the quadrilateral. So what is given here? Here there is a quadrilateral here, and you know in a quadrilateral there are 4 angles. Okay, and here given the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio. So all these 4 angles ratio is given. What is the ratio given? 3:5:9:13. Okay, so these 4 ratios are given here, and you want to find all the angles of the quadrilateral. That is, what is angle A, what is angle B, what is C, and what is D. You want to find each of the angles separately. Understand? Yes. Now this type of problems you have already discussed in your class 8 also, when you studied in parallelograms, when ratio is given. So we have discussed that type of problems in earlier classes. Likewise we are going to do here also. It is very easy. So here you see the ratio is given as 3:5:9:13 means these are the simplest form of all these angles. Okay, that is this 3 is, if you are taking this angle A, we can say 3 times 3:5:9:13 means these are the simplest form of the ratios. So you can say the first angle A is 3 times of an angle X. Okay, 3 times of an angle. Similarly 5 means second angle is 5 times of X, and C is 9 means 9 times of X, and D 13 is the ratio means 13 times of X. Okay, so this is actually what are the 4 angles we need to find out. So the ratio is given 3:5:9:13. So you want to take the first angle as 3x, second angle 5x, third angle 9x, and fourth angle 13x. Okay, yes. Now you know by angle sum property of a quadrilateral that sum of the 4 angles is 360 degree. So using that we can find the value of x, then determine each of the angles. Okay, so start the solution. Let ABCD be the quadrilateral in which what is given in our question? The ratio of all the 4 angles. Angle B A is to angle B is to angle C is to angle D. The ratio of 4 angles is 3:5:9:13. Okay, yes. Now by angle sum property, we know the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. We know already. Okay, so therefore the 4 angles are, yes, 3x, 5x, 9x, and 13x. Okay, so this we are using the variable x and we are assuming like this. Therefore now using angle sum property, therefore we have, what is the angle sum property? All the 4 angles sum is 360 degree. So 3x plus 5x plus 9x plus 13x equal to 360 degree. Okay, so when you add all these four angles, 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 13, you will get 30. So 30x is equal to 360 degree implies x is equal to 360 by 30. You can reduce here. 0, 0 can be cancelled. 1, 3 is 3. 12 3s are 36 and your x value is coming 12. Okay, so when you got the x value, you can find all the four angles. Okay, so therefore angle A we have assumed 3x, that is 3 into 12, 36 degrees. Angle B 5x, that is 5 into 12, 60 degrees. Angle C 9x, that is 9 into 12, 108 degrees. And finally angle D, that is 13x, 13 into x value 12, that is 156 degrees. So these are the four angles what we need to find out from the question. Now children, there is another one method also to use this question, that is how to find the answer in this when the ratios are given. You can also use another method to find out the four angles, that is, so whichever is convenient for you, you can use that. Here you see the four ratios are given now. So you can find sum of the ratios also. Sum of the ratios if you are finding, it is 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 13, that is 30 totally. Now you can find out if you want to find angle A. Angle A, this angle A ratio is 3, no? So you can write it is 3 out of 30. Total ratio is 30. So angle A's ratio is 3 out of 30. And because you want to find out the angle of angle A, you want to multiply, that is 3 by 30 of 360 degree, because the total angle of a quadrilateral sum is 360 degree. So this angle A ratio is 3. So 3 out of the total ratio into the total angle 360 degree. So that you simplify also, you will get 36 degrees. Okay. Similarly, if you want to find B, what is the ratio of B? 5. So 5 by 30 into 360 degree, you will get 60 degrees. Angle C, if you want to find out angle C, the ratio is given 9. So 9 out of total ratio into 360. Okay, that you will get 108 degrees. Similarly, angle D is equal to 13 is the part of angle D. So 13 out of 30 into 360 degrees, you will get 156 degrees. Okay, so in this way also you can calculate each of the angles. Otherwise, we can follow using the variable x. We can take all the four angles in terms of x, then use angle sum property to find each of the angles. Hope all of you understood this problem. Now this is your second question. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Okay? Yes. So consider a parallelogram given. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. So if, when the question is starting from if or anything, it is the condition given. Understand? Then show that it is a rectangle means we need to prove. Okay? So here, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, from this statement what can you understand? The given figure is a parallelogram and diagonals AC and BD are equal. Okay, so that is very clear from the question. This is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are equal and parallel. You know from the properties, recall whenever you do any problems or any theorems with related to any shape, you just recall all the properties of that quadrilateral. So here parallelogram, so you want to recall all the properties, opposite sides are equal and parallel, and what is given? The diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. So what are the diagonals here? AC and BD. So diagonals also given here equal length. What we want to prove? Then show that it is a rectangle. So we need to prove this is a rectangle. So how can we prove this is a rectangle? Already, because this is a parallelogram, it is very clear that opposite sides are equal. Understand? To show this is a rectangle, we need, what is the property of a rectangle? Opposite sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. So here in this figure, it is very clear that since it is a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So what is our aim? Our aim is to prove each angle is 90 degree. Then we can say this is a rectangle. Okay. So that is our aim, to make each angle of this figure as 90 degrees. Okay. Yes. So we are starting first the solution. Write all the given things here. So what is given? Given ABCD is a parallelogram. Where the diagonals are equal. That implies, what are the diagonals here? AC is equal to BD. So the diagonals are of equal length. And what we need to prove? We need to prove this parallelogram ABCD is a rectangle. So we want to prove this is a rectangle. Okay. So now let us see how we are proving this as a rectangle. So start the proof. Yes. So all of you listen here carefully. We are going to consider in this parallelogram, we are going to consider two triangles. Triangles ACB. Okay. ACB, this triangle, and BDA, that is BDA. Understood? ACB and BDA. Okay. So from these two triangles, we are going to collect the similarities, and we are using congruence rules to make the two triangles are congruent. Okay. So that is the first thing we are going to do. So we are going to consider triangle ACB and triangle BDA. So all of you carefully see that triangles in the figure. Okay. So consider triangle ACB and triangle BDA. So in these two triangles, okay, so here we can say this is AB. So ACB means C is here. So ACB, and here it is D. So this is, so these two triangles only we are considering. Okay. Now what are the things we can collect common in this or equal in this, we can say now. So first thing is, from the given condition itself, what we know? The two diagonals are equal length. So AC and BD. Okay. In this triangle AC and in this triangle BD are equal. So that we got one side equal from two triangles. AC equal to BD, that is given. So we got from these two triangles one side equal. Now what about this side? You see, this AB is a common side for these two triangles. In this triangle also AB is there. In this triangle also AB is there. So AB is a common side for both the triangles. So we got one more side. Also AB, you can write AB equal to BA or AB equal to AB, common side of two triangles. Yes. Okay. Now you see, this side BC and this side AD. So in this triangle BC and in this triangle AD. What about these two sides? Because this is a parallelogram, these two are opposite sides of the parallelogram. And you know opposite sides are equal in a parallelogram. Hence we can say BC equal to AD. BC is equal to AD because they are opposite sides of the parallelogram. Okay, so actually what we did here, we take the two triangles and we proved, that is we brought three sides equal to each other. So when two triangles are having corresponding three pairs of sides equal, what congruence rule you can apply? Yes, very good. We can apply SSS congruence rule and we can say these two triangles are congruent to each other. Hence, what we proved? The triangle ACB is congruent to triangle BDA by SSS congruence rule. Now, when we proved these two triangles are congruent, what you can say? When two triangles are congruent, by corresponding parts of congruent triangles CPCT, by that rule we can tell any corresponding parts are equal. Okay. So here when these two triangles are congruent, can you tell these corresponding, that is we actually want each angle 90 degree, then only we can say this is a rectangle. So what about these angles, children? In this triangle, what about this angle B? And in this triangle, what about this angle? They are corresponding parts of congruent triangles, correct? So in this triangle I take angle B and in this triangle I take angle A. So these two, when these two triangles are congruent, we proved now. Therefore these two angles, they are equal by CPCT. Okay. So this implies angle, write the name of this angle, DAB is equal to this angle, that is ABC. Yes, by CPCT. Okay, by corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, we studied, we can say these two angles are equal. Understand? So this you can take as one result, equation 1. Yes. Now you see these two angles what we said equal are actually what of the given parallelogram? In this parallelogram, this angle, yes, DAB. So that is DAB and this is ABC, this angle. So when you say in a parallelogram, we know already that adjacent angles are always supplementary. That is, their sum is equal to 180 degrees. Understand? So here you can say in parallelogram ABCD, yes. So these two angles, angle DAB plus angle ABC is equal to 180 degree. Okay, why? What is the reason? Adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay, so by that property we got these two angles sum is 180 degree. So when these two angles sum is 180 degree, yes, now let it be equation 2. Understand? So now we got two results now. One is that two angles are equal by CPCT and second one is the sum of the two angles is 180 degree. Okay. Now equation 2 implies, yes, in this statement you know DAB plus ABC equal to 180 degree, and from 1 you know DAB and ABC are equal. So what you can say from here? Yes, therefore 2 implies I am going to substitute angle yes, DAB plus ABC for I am writing ABC plus ABC equal to 180 degree. Can I write from equation 1? Because that 2 angles are equal. So I substituted both of them same angles. Okay. So this implies ABC plus ABC, you can say 2 times ABC equal to 180 degree. This implies angle ABC is equal to 180 by 2, that is 90 degree. Okay. So we got each, that is ABC value is 90 degree. That is the same value of DAB also. So what is the meaning of that? This angle DAB and this ABC are both, each of them are 90 degrees. So we got angle ABC equal to 90 degree, and from equation 1 you know ABC equal to DAB. So because ABC equal to 90 degree, DAB is also 90 degree. Understand? So how can we conclude here? Angle ABC equal to 90 degree we got. This implies angle DAB is also 90 degree because that 2 angles are equal. So thus we got angle DAB 90 degree and also ABC 90 degree. So in a parallelogram, if one angle is 90 degree, you know all the angles. That is, if this is 90 degree, opposite angles are equal. Therefore, angle C is also 90 degree. If this angle is B is 90 degree, then its opposite angle D is also 90 degree. Hence, we got each angle 90 degree. So, because since opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram, what we can say? Angle D is equal to 90 degree and angle C is also 90 degree. Okay. Therefore, what we can say? ABCD is a rectangle. Hence, that is only our required answer. Hence proved. Yes, now this is your third question of the exercise. Show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. Okay. So here a quadrilateral we can assume ABCD. Yes. Now you know it has 4 angles, 2 diagonals. Now here what is given? If the diagonals of this quadrilateral bisect each other, what is the meaning? A diagonal AC and BD are the diagonals. So AC diagonal bisects BD and BD diagonal bisects AC. So here you see this portion, if they are intersecting at a point O and point O, so that we can say this OA equal to OC and OB equal to OD. Okay, that means bisected each other. They are dividing equally, and also given they are cutting at right angles. So this point, the diagonals where they are intersecting, there we got 4 angles. When 2 lines intersect, we got 4 vertically opposite angles are equal, we know. So that when these diagonals of a quadrilateral here, they are cutting at right angles, means these all 4 angles are 90 degree. Okay. So this much conditions are given. We want to show this is a rhombus. So we want to prove this ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. So how can we prove? What is the condition we require to prove this is a rhombus? It is given the diagonals are bisecting, they are cutting at right angles. So that is all okay. But what is the one more thing we want to get so that we can say this is a rhombus? Yes, The important property of a rhombus is all four sides are equal. Four sides are equal. So we want to prove here AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. So if we can prove all the four sides are equal here, then no doubt this is a rhombus. Okay. So here also we want to apply congruence rules to prove our result. Before that we can write all the given quantities. So what is given here? ABCD is a quadrilateral. Where, what do you know? The diagonals bisect each other, correct? So that you can say the diagonals, where the diagonals bisect each other. So at O. So this implies OB equal to OD and OA is equal to OC. The diagonals bisect each other. Also, they cut at right angles. So each angle are 90 degree. That also required condition. Now we want to prove what is to be proved. This quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. That we want to prove here. So what is the proof? How we are proving this is a rhombus? So listen carefully. Here in this problem we are going to consider the two triangles. All of you see here, actually when the two diagonals are intersecting we are getting four triangles. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles we are getting. So first we are going to consider two triangles, that is AOB, this triangle, and AOD, this triangle. Okay, so these two triangles I am going to consider. So I can draw that separately here to make you understand. This is the point O, this is A, B, and here D. So this is one part of the diagonal. So what the triangles I am going to consider? AOB and AOD. So these are the two triangles I am going to consider first, and my aim is to prove these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so first consider triangle AOB and triangle AOD. Yes, now from this what are the similarities you can find out, you want to collect that. Then only we can apply congruence rules. So here can you say this OA is the common side of these two triangles? Yes. So that is the first thing we got. AO is equal to AO or OA, common side of triangles, two triangles. Okay. Now what about this side OB and OD? From this triangle OD and from this triangle OB. So what are these two triangles? What are these two sides? They are equal. OB is equal to OD from our given condition. Okay, so OB is equal to OD, that is given in the question. Now you know what is this angle actually. So this angle AOD and this angle AOB. See the figure here? We already discussed they are cutting at right angles. So these two angles are what? They are equal. They are 90 degree. That is given. So also we know angle AOD is equal to angle AOB. This angle, that is 90 degree, that is also given. Okay. Now you come to the figure. Here you know these two sides are equal. OA is the common side. So what is this angle here? What we have taken? It is coming as the included angle. Okay. So from these two triangles, this OA is common, this OD is equal to OB, and this 90 degree is coming as the included angle of the common side. So when you are getting included angle of two sides, Which congruence rule you want to apply? Yes, very good. It is SAS congruence rule. So therefore we can say the two triangles what we have taken, AOB congruent to triangle AOD by SAS congruence rule. Understand? Yes, SAS congruence rule. So one part is over. Now when these two triangles we proved by SAS they are congruent, you can say the two corresponding sides, that is AB and AD, they are corresponding parts of these two congruent triangles, and so because they are corresponding parts, by CP/CT they are equal. So that implies AB is equal to AD. You can take this as first result by CP/CT. Why we are taking AB equal to AD? Because we want to prove this is a rhombus. So to prove this is a rhombus, we want all the sides are equal to each other. Okay, so first we took these two triangles and now we got AB and AD are equal. Yes, the same way children we are going to take. So here we selected these two triangles first, correct? First we selected AOB, then we selected AOB. Now we want to select the next pair AOB and BOC, this triangle, these two. Then we want to take this BOC and DOC. So likewise we want to take all the two pairs. First this two, then these two, then these two, then these two. When you take all the four pairs of triangles here, every time you will get by CP/CT these corresponding parts are equal. So no need of writing the same steps again. You can write similarly. Okay, one condition is proved here. So you can say similarly we can prove for other also. So you can write like this: similarly we can prove. What we can prove? Now we proved AB equal to AD. So next time you can, when you take these two triangles, you can prove AB equal to BC. Correct? AB equal to BC in the second pair. And in the third pair, when you take these two triangles, you will get BC equal to CD. Yes? Also BC equal to CD in the third pair. And in the last, when you take these two triangles, you will get AD equal to CD. AD equal to CD. So we are just proving one of the result. By that we can say similarly we can get all these sides are equal. Understand? Now you collect all this 1, 2, 3 and 4. What you get? From all these four results what you get? Thus from 1, 2, 3, 4. What you are getting children? First you take this side AB. Okay, AB is equal to what? BC. AB equal to BC from this equation. Now BC is equal to what from 3? BC is equal to CD. And what is the fourth equation telling? This CD is equal to AD. CD is equal to AD. Understand? So when you combine all these four results, we got these four sides are equal to each other. Hence we can say our ABCD is a rhombus. All the four sides are equal. So therefore this is a rhombus. Now listen the fourth question of today. Show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at right angles. Okay, so show that the diagonals of a square. So here given it is a square. ABCD is a square. Okay, and we want to prove, so only this information is available. This is a square. ABCD is a square only we know. What do you want to show? Show that the diagonals are equal. So we want to show here the two diagonals AC and BD are equal. Then bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other and at right angles. So actually here we want to prove the three results. What are they? Diagonals are equal and diagonals are bisecting and diagonals cut at right angles. So these are the three parts we want to prove in this problem. So only the thing available is this is a square. Okay, and we need to prove the diagonals are equal, they are bisecting each other and they are cutting at right angles. Understand? So this is also one of the applications of congruence rules. So we can see how we are going to prove that. So first start the solution. What are the things given here? Yes, here it is given. This ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square. So that is only the given information, and we want to prove. What is to be proved? Diagonals are equal. So AC equal to BD. AC equal to BD. So this is the first thing we want to prove, and we want to prove these two diagonals are bisecting each other and at right angles. So the second result is AC and BD. These two diagonals bisect each other. Bisect each other at right angles. At right angles. Okay children. So these are the things we want to prove here. So start the proof. So in the proof we are going to consider first triangle ABC and triangle BAD. So all of you come to the figure and see this triangle ABC and BAD. Okay, as we saw in the previous earlier problem, that is your first problem, ABCD. So we are going to consider ABC, this triangle, and this one BAD, this triangle. Yes, so these are the two triangles we are going to take now. What is our aim? First we want to prove the diagonals are equal. Here you see AC and BD are the diagonals, and in these two triangles what we have taken now, AC is the side of this triangle and BD is the side of this triangle. So if you prove these two triangles are congruent, then easily we can say these two AC is equal to BD. So that we will get the first answer. Okay. Yes. So our aim is to prove these two triangles are congruent. Can you say what are the available corresponding parts that are equal in this triangle, in these two triangles? Yes. The one thing is in a square all the sides are equal, we know. So we can say these two sides AD equal to BC. Understand? Because this is a square, all the sides are equal. And what can you tell about these angles? O, that is this diagonals cut at a point. Okay, so first we can write the first point, that is in triangle ABC and BAD. Okay, so what are the things we have? We have available. See, this AB is the common side, so that you can write first AB equal to BA. That is the common side of these two triangles. Then already you know these sides of the square are equal, so that we can say AD and BC are equal. Yes, so BC is equal to AD, sides of a square. Sides of a square. Now what can you say about these two angles? ABC, that is this angle, and BAD, this angles. Because this is a square, you know in a square each angle is equal to 90 degree. Understand? So these two angles each equal to 90 degree, they are equal. Okay, so also we have angle ABC is equal to angle BAD, they are each 90 degree. Why? Because ABCD is a square. So thus we got, what are the things we got? AB equal to BA, BC equal to AD, Okay, and this angle equal. So what is this angle? When AB equal and BC equal to AD, this angle is the included angle. So included angle comes, we can apply SAS congruence rule. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD by SAS congruence rule. Okay. Now you see, because these two triangles are congruent, can you say this AC 90 degree opposite side, this is the hypotenuse then. Similarly in this triangle, this is 90 degree, then this BD is the hypotenuse. So this hypotenuse are corresponding parts of two congruent triangles. So anyways, they are CPCT rule, they are equal. Yes. So therefore we got AC is equal to BD. Why? By CPCT. CPCT. Yes. Thus we got our first result. AC equal to BD. What do you mean by AC equal to BD? The diagonals are equal. That implies the diagonals are equal. Understand? So we got the one section we got. Now our aim is to prove these diagonals bisect each other. What do you mean by bisect each other? We want to show OA equal to OC, OB equal to OD. So if you prove like that, then we can say the diagonals bisect each other. So what is the thing we are going to do? For that, again we are going to consider two triangles, that is OAD, this triangle, okay, OAD and OCB, this triangle, this opposite triangles. So we are going to consider these opposite two triangles. Yes. So first you write that, consider triangle OAD and triangle OCB, this triangle. So these are the two triangles we are going to consider. What are the similarities you can say? So in these two triangles you can say this side AD equal to BC, opposite sides, because in a square they are equal. So first I am going to write that AD equal to BC, they are opposite sides of square. Okay, so one side you got equal. Now what do you think about OAD? Okay, what is the side? If I am drawing the figure separately, see. So these are the two triangles we have considering now. Okay, yes, A, here D, here O, and here C and B. Yes. Now you see AD equal to BC, they are opposite sides of a square, they are equal. Now I said, what about these angles OAD, this angle, and OCB, this angle? Because the two opposite sides are equal in a square, we can say a square is a parallelogram also. By result we studied a square is a parallelogram, so that this middle AC will act as a transversal, cutting the two parallel lines, so that this angle and this angle are alternate angles, alternate interior angles. They are always equal. Understand? So that is the thing we are going to write. Angle OAD equal to angle OCB. Okay. Why? Because what you can write? AD parallel to BC. Okay. Because a square can be a parallelogram. And alternate angles. Alternate angles. They are equal. So we got one angle also equal. Now what about the same way? What about the angles ODA and OBC? Here also you can say these two are parallel lines, so that this acts as a transversal. So these are also alternate angles. Okay. So also we can write angle ODA equal to angle OBC. The same condition. Okay. Because AD parallel to BC and alternate angles are equal, we know from the result. So what we got now? We got two angles. Two angles are equal and the side included between the two angles are equal. Correct? These two angles are equal and this side AD equal to BC. What is that side? Included side. So what you can, which congruence rule you can apply? Yes, ASA. So therefore the triangles what we have taken, OAD congruent to triangle OCB by ASA. Okay, ASA congruence rule. Understood? So thus we got these two triangles are congruent. Now if these two triangles are congruent, what can you tell about these sides OB and OD? OB and OD. They are corresponding parts of these two congruent triangles. Correct? They are equal. That implies OB is equal to OD by corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Understand? So that is the result you got, OB equal to OD. So one diagonal is bisected, we proved. Okay. Now similarly students, if you take these two triangles AOB and DOC, these two triangles if you are taking and proving like this, we will get the other two, that is the other two sides, that is OA equal to OC also you will get equal by CPCT. Understand? But we are not proving that here, we are just writing similarly. Similarly, we can prove that OA equal to OC. Okay, so need not prove that. We can write by CPCT, they are also equal. OA equal to OC. So what we got children? We got the two diagonals bisect each other. So this implies that diagonals AC and BD bisect each other. So thus we got the second part of our result. Now you know we need to prove one more condition. What is that? The diagonals cut at right angles. What is the thing we want to prove now? We want to prove these two diagonals cut at right angles. Okay. So for that we are going to consider the two triangles, that is OBA or AOB, this triangle, and ODA, this triangle. The adjacent two triangles we are going to consider. Again we are collecting the common sides or angles and we are using congruency to prove they cut at right angles. So if they cut at right angles, what we need to prove children? We want to get this angle. This angle is 90 degrees. Okay, then only we can say they cut at right angles. So what is the thing we are going to do? All of you listen. Yes. So I just draw the figure again. ABCD. So which two triangles we are going to take now? This AOB triangle and this AOD triangle. Understand? And we are again applying the congruence property. So first we want to, so this is the last part of this answer. Consider the triangles. What are the two triangles? AOB and triangle AOD. So these two triangles we are considering. So we can say one by one what are the common sides. In these two triangles, you see in the previous part we proved OB equal to OD because they are bisecting each other. So that you can write OB equal to OD we proved, correct? We proved in the previous part. They are bisecting each other. Now, what about this side? BA in these two triangles. Okay, you see only these two triangles. What about this side? BA and AD. They are sides of a square, so that they are equal. So you can write BA equal to AD. That the two are sides of a square, so they are equal. So we got two side measurements equal. Now you see, what about this side OA? This OA is the common side of these two triangles. So that also we can write here, OA equal to OA, common side. So thus in these two triangles we got three corresponding pairs are equal. Understand? So what you can write from here? Therefore the two triangles AOB is congruent to triangle AOD by SSS congruence rule. Understand? Now when these two triangles are congruent, what you can say? By CPCT. By CPCT we require these two angles. So this angle and this angle are corresponding parts. They are equal. Understand? From these two triangles they are corresponding parts. Hence, what is the name of this angle? AOD. AOD is equal to, what is the name of this angle? AOB. They are equal by CPCT. Now you come to again figure. These two angles are equal, we proved. Now see, these two angles form a linear pair. Their sum is 180 degrees. Understand? Yes. So that only, because we want to prove they are 90 degree right angles, we are applying the linear pair property. Okay. Also, the sum of these two angles, angle AOD plus angle AOB, is 180 degree because they are linear pair. Understand? Yes. So when they are linear pair formed, their sum is equal to 180 degree. So what can you say from this? From these two results, see, if I am taking this 1 and if I am taking this 2, from this 1 and 2, what you can say? These two angles sum is 180 degree. Here they are equal also. So what is the only possibility when two angles are equal and they form 180 degree? Yes, each angle want to be 90 degree only. So this implies angle AOD and angle AOB, they are equal and also they are 90 degree each. Understand? So what does it mean? This implies, yes, because this come 90 degree, the diagonals are cutting at right angles. Understand? So thus the diagonals cut at right angles. Okay, so we proved they cut at right angles. So altogether what you can say in the last? Hence in the square, what is the square given? ABCD, the diagonals, so this is the final answer, the diagonals AC and BD are equal. We proved bisect each other, we proved, and are at right angles. So this is a very important question. In this question we are proving the diagonals are equal, the diagonals are bisecting each other, and the diagonals cut at right angles. Okay, hence we proved. Hence proved. Now see this question, children. This is the converse part of the previous problem. In the previous problem we proved it is a square. The given square means the diagonals are cutting equally, bisecting and at right angles. Now in this question you see we are proving the converse part of that question, that is show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are equal, bisect each other at right angles, then it is a square. So here we want to prove the converse part of the previous question, given that in a quadrilateral, okay, it is not given it is a square, it is told ABCD is a quadrilateral, and this quadrilateral, for what are the things available? The diagonals are equal, that is AC and BD are equal length, and they bisect each other. Bisect each other means OB is equal to OD, OA is equal to OC, and what is given? They cut at right angles. So these each angle formed between the diagonals equal to 90 degree. So these are the given conditions. We want to prove this is a square only. So how we can prove that this is a square? In a square, what are the things we need from this question? We want to prove that all the four sides are equal, and also each angle is 90 degree. So that are the two necessary conditions for a square. So if we can prove that all these four sides are equal and each angle 90 degree, then we can say that this is a square. Okay, so start the answer by writing the given condition solution. So what are the given conditions? The diagonals. What are the diagonals? AC and BD of a quadrilateral. So here it is not given. What is this shape actually? We want to prove it is a square. So the quadrilateral ABCD, the diagonals are equal and bisect each other at right angles. So this is the given condition. We want to prove this quadrilateral ABCD is a square. Okay, yes. So start the proof. As usual, we are going to consider two triangles and by applying congruency rule. So now we are going to consider the two triangles OAD, this triangle, and OCB. Okay, so we did in the previous problems also, so you got some idea. So these two triangles we are going to consider now, and we are going to collect all the common parts. So consider triangle OAD and triangle OCB. Yes, these two triangles. So what are the similarities you can see here in these two triangles? Yes, given that they are bisecting, so OA equal to OC. Understand, in this triangle OA equal to OC. Similarly, OB equal to OD. They are equal given in our question. And you see, what about these two angles? AOD, this angle 90, this is also 90. So vertically opposite angles are equal. So these three conditions we are going to write now. So first you can write OA equal to OC, that is given. Also OB equal to OD, that is also given. And what about these two angles? What is the name of this angle? AOD. Angle AOD equal to this angle COB. Angle COB, they are vertically opposite angles. Understand? So what we proved here? Two common sides. And these two common sides, in between who is coming? Angle is coming. So which congruence rule? Yes, say yes. Therefore, what triangles we have taken? OAD is congruent to triangle OCB by which rule? SAS rule. Okay, so we got these two triangles are congruent. So when these two triangles are congruent, can you say this AD is equal to BC? Yes, because they are corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Understand? So therefore AD, we got these two sides are equal. AD equal to BC by CPCT. Understand? So one result we got. Now my question is, what about these angles? Because we want here not only the sides to be equal, we want each angle 90 degree also. So that my question is, what about these angles ODA, this angle, and OBC, this angle? What about these two? These are also corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, in this triangle, this angle B is corresponding part of this angle D. So they are also equal. So that is also we need in the result. So that also I am writing, also angle ODA is equal to angle OBC by CPCT. So by CPCT we got these two results, AD equal to BC, opposite sides equal, and we got this corresponding angles also equal by CPCT. Now you see children, if I am drawing this two triangles separately, that is OAD and OCB. So if I am taking this for your understanding, if I am taking these two triangles separately, okay, so this is OAD and OCB. Okay, so we have proved these two sides are coming equal, and ODA, this angle, is equal to OBC. Yes, so we proved they are also equal. So we can write angle BDA equal to DBC. You see BDA, DBC. So if you take these two sides AD and BC, this BD acts like a transversal, and you know the alternate angles are equal, correct? So we got BDA is equal to DBC. Therefore we can say these two opposite sides are parallel sides. Therefore AD parallel to BC. Understand? So already we have from our first result AD is equal to BC, and now we proved AD parallel to BC. What is the meaning? The two opposite sides are equal also, and they are parallel also. So hence this implies AD is equal to BC and AD parallel to BC. That implies, what we can say about this? Actually we want to prove this quadrilateral is a square, but we didn't reach it is a square. Instead we can say this is a parallelogram, because opposite sides are equal and parallel. So this implies quadrilateral, the given quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so we proved this is a parallelogram. Now we want to prove each angle of this quadrilateral, each angle of this parallelogram is 90 degree. Then we can say this is a square. So we got ABCD is a parallelogram. Now our aim is to prove this is a square. So that we want to prove each angle is 90 degree. So that we are going to prove that each angle 90 degree. Yes, now we are going to the last part of this answer. You know, ABCD is a quadrilateral given, and now we got the result ABCD is a square. Now see children, we are going to consider these two triangles AOB and AOD. AOB and AOD again. And now we are going to write some what are the congruent pairs equal. Already we know that AO is equal to AO, that is common side of these two triangles. OB is equal to OD, that was given in our question, and angle AOB is equal to angle AOD, that is also each 90 degree. given condition. Understand? Therefore, triangle AOB congruent to triangle AOD by SAS. AO equal to AO common side, OB equal to OD and AOB. These two angles are included angles. So, by SAS rule, they are congruent. Yes. Now, when they are congruent, AB, what about these two sides AB, AD? AB, AD are corresponding parts. So, therefore, AB is equal to AD by CPCT. Yes. So, we got one more result. So, in the previous step, we showed that what you showed? AD equal to BC. That is AD equal to BC. These two sides are equal. We proved in the previous part. And now we got AB equal to AD. So, these two we are combining now. So, what we can write? Thus, we got AD equal to BC. We already proved, and now AB equal to AD. So, what can you understand from this? We already proved ABCD is a parallelogram, and now we got AB is equal to AD also. Understand? First you proved AD equal to BC. Opposite sides are equal. Now you proved this AD is equal to the adjacent side AB. So what you can write? Yes, very good. All the four sides equal. Therefore, we can write hence ABCD is a parallelogram and also what we proved? AB equal to AD. The adjacent sides are equal. So, this implies ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. So, we got four sides equal. It is a rhombus. Now, we need to prove angle 90 degree. So, for that, again we are taking in triangle ABC and triangle BAD. So, what are the triangles? ABC and BAD. These two triangles, what are the things you know? The diagonals are equal, that is given AC equal to BD. Okay, these two triangles AC is equal to BD given. Then BC is equal to AD, correct? BC is equal to AD, that we proved. Understand? In the previous part, BC is equal to AD. Or you can say because ABCD is a rhombus, all the four sides are equal. Okay. So, in these two triangles, that is ABC and BAD, we got AC equal to BD because the diagonals are equal, and BC equal to AD because we proved now this is a rhombus. Okay. And what about this side AB? This is the common side for both the triangles. Also, AB equal to BA, common side. Common side. So, what you can write? Therefore, triangle ABC congruent to triangle BAD. By which axiom, children? By side, side and side. What is that? By SSS rule. Okay. So, we proved these two triangles are congruent. Now, what we want? What about these? In these two triangles, what about these angles A, B, C? This angle and BAD. These two angles are corresponding parts of two congruent triangles. Okay. So that implies angle ABC is equal to angle BAD by CPCT. Okay, so the two angles we got, they are equal. Now you know, now AD parallel to BC, correct? We already proved this is a parallelogram. So AD parallel to BC is there. Parallelogram ABCD. We proved already this is a parallelogram ABCD. So we proved this is a parallelogram AD parallel to BC, and you know these two angles are equal. So can you say that this implies angle, what is the sum of these two angles? Angle DAB plus angle ABC. They are adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Okay, one of the parallelogram properties, they are adjacent angles, so they are supplementary. So that is the reason adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Okay, now can you say when these two angles are equal and they form supplementary angles, so what is the only possibility for that? Yes, they want to be each 90 degree. 90 plus 90 is 180 because they are equal also and they form 180 degree also. Understand? So what does what is the conclusion here? So this implies angle ABC is equal to angle DAB equal to 90 degrees. That is the possibility. Thus we got this each angle also 90 degrees. Understand? So from all these we got opposite side, all the four sides equal. First we proved this is a parallelogram by proving opposite sides are equal. Then we proved ABCD is a rhombus. So we got all the four sides equal. Now we proved each angle is 90 degree. Now you see, if this angle is 90 degree, because this is a parallelogram, we proved opposite angle equal. Here also 90 means D is also 90. Thus we got all the four angles equal to 90 degree. So what is the conclusion? All the four sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. So thus this implies the quadrilateral ABCD is a square. Hence proved. So that is the answer. Okay children. So write and practice all these questions very well and clear the concept. Complete the homework students. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.